Anyways, we trotted this guy out on the field with like 5 days of practice, 5 days of being in the building, and we were like, we got no shot. And lo and behold, clipboard Jesus starts spinning the ball around the yard.
Yes, sir.
And we're like, no kidding. We might have yes, that's the one. That's the one, Justin. That's it. That's it.
I had to save myself some editing. All right. Welcome back to another episode of Fan Therapy. Episode could be 69, could be 60, could be 70. It's a very busy night in the Fan Therapy studios. We are here rocking with a football episode here with some of my favorite people in the world. We are rocking with the Connecticut versus Rhode Island game, regular captain Connecticut track and field state champ. Junior year, there was less than 50 people to haul in more catches than him in the nation. Princeton University football captain, averaged 11 yards a pop in his college career, 12 yards a pop in his NFL career. With the 138th pick in the NFL draft, the Cleveland Browns made the wise decision of selecting our Fan Therapy NFL analyst who has graced the Jags Cardinals with his presence, including the Browns, of course. He is also the greatest coder in the country by our standards. Seth, how you doing today, bro?
I'm doing great. How are you guys doing?
Doing good. First week of the off season, a couple of weeks without football. We're thriving and surviving, but we're coming here to get that fixed, no doubt.
Absolutely.
We're gonna keep getting into the football, so going right into the next one. He is a leader of men himself, captain. Eagles super fan. He is 2-0 when in the building for NFC championships. He is a Pac-12 truther. He wants there to be only 6 teams in the college playoffs. He is the Fan Therapy salary cap maestro, the capologist, if you will. Fan Therapy college football analyst Tyler rocking the Miami of Ohio. How are we doing, bro?
Doing great. You said this is the off season, but this is just the start of my season. So
there we go.
Very excited. It's my favorite time of the year.
That is the energy I like to hear, and that is the energy we need. I was currently rocking with the Sixers go Sixers, gonna go over to the other side of the parking lot. We're over with the birds in the name. Yeah, getting into it. We're gonna start these off with some stories. Obviously, I'm scrapping just as much as you are, but kicking it off with CJ Stroud. And I don't know if you guys expected his name to be in the headlines at this point, but GM Nick Caserio has had to come out and block. He had to be the gates, block the floodgates for all the trade rumors surrounding his star quarterback, CJ Stroud. He says CJ Stroud is not going anywhere. And he felt the need to say that these trade rumors and speculations are moronic. Guys, after watching CJ Stroud, the disappointing, honestly, season he put together going into the playoffs, I think that last playoff game, they were just clamoring him for him to do something in. Do you guys agree? Would the idea, considering trading CJ Stroud at this point be moronic? Tyler, I'll start this one with you.
It's tough because that's a lot of money you got to pay a quarterback these days. Like that's $60 million you have to give a guy. Do you think that he elevates your team enough to warrant not being able to then fill out your team with elite talent because you're just paying quarterback so much? I think he's kind of on a hot seat next year, but probably not because it's so hard to find a quarterback at any sort of top 15 level. So, but you just hope he takes a step forward next year. Maybe they add to that wide receiver room. Do they have a new offensive coordinator? I don't know if they do. I forget. But I don't think they should have fired Bobby Slowick. I think that was goofy. I think that was reactionary. I think that was silly, and they're kind of paying for it now. But yeah, could be on the hot seat. Could take a step forward. They're kind of in quarterback limbo, but tough place to live. He's gonna keep getting these questions until pen to paper or anything like that.
Nick Caley is the new offensive coordinator for the Texans. So to answer the question, would you say it's moronic? Would you be a moron to consider trading? Would somebody be a moron to consider trading a quarterback like CJ Stroud right now?
This year, yeah. This offseason, yeah.
Yeah.
But next year, when the extension really is looming, I don't see how that wouldn't be like. You have to explore your option there. Like if the season ends the same way it did this year, if it ends the same way next year, like you have to check under every rock, you know.
Yes. No, so Dan Tyler says you would be considered a moron to consider trading him this year, but like you said, the questions will be asked this year, and CJ will have to answer them for sure. Or else we'll be really poking at this one next offseason. Seth,
Yeah.
would you consider one to be a moron to consider moving CJ Stroud at this point in time?
I would consider it to be impulsive. Yes. Moronic, possibly. I definitely wouldn't do it. I think it would be way too impulsive. I think one more year of what we saw in the last 3 games from CJ Stroud is certainly grounds for separation of some kind next year, or even a benching during the year. I think this is a conversation mostly because we saw a downward trend in his play in 2025 and into 2026. But we know that CJ Stroud had a really great rookie year. He had a bit of a sophomore slump, and then the trajectory has not been good, right? That being said, like, we know the kid loves football. We know the kid is smart. We know the kid has an arm. We know the kid is accurate. That being said, down the stretch, we saw some very, very concerning quarterback play. I think that the seat for him is hot by his own making, and it will continue to be hot into next year under his own doing. Like, he's in full control of that. He doesn't even have to win a bunch of games. Like, if you're a talented quarterback on the rise on a bad team, people know that. Like, great example, Drake May, his rookie year, was on a bad Patriots team, but everybody's like, Drake May is pretty good. You know what I mean? CJ Stroud was on a good team and performed really badly through passes that just further evidence the deer in the headlights look we saw from him down the stretch, with way too much air under the ball, or throwing the ball at guys' feet, or just like, man, I don't know. He's playing with a quarterback with absolutely no confidence right now. He needs to go into the offseason, reset, get his mojo back, get his confidence back, which I really think he will. And I think that we'll see him kind of come out of this slump. I would definitely not part ways with CJ Stroud, not yet. If we see more of what we saw at the tail end of last year, like I said, there's grounds for separation, but doing so right now would definitely be impulsive.
Yeah. Absolutely. And Seth, I know you're not best friends with the guy, but coming quarterback in his position, do you think he's going back and fixing a lot of mechanics, or do you think he's really watching a bunch of defenses and how they play and like what he did last year? Do you think it's more important that you think he's kind of in his head mentally more so, or do you think he'll go back and really focus on getting those mechanics to make sure that they're there no matter how he's feeling?
I'm not sure it's his mechanics. I think it's his commitment to the craft entirely. What I mean by that is really his commitment to the lifestyle. Like, how badly do you want to be good? Are you going to commit 365 days a year, 16 hours a day to being the best quarterback that you can be? And there's not very many people that can do it. The reason I say that is because a really successful rookie year can be misleading for the individual player. I say this from experience. Not like I had a really great rookie year. I had a short career, and my first 2 years in the NFL, I was like, man, this isn't really that hard. I was in a position where I was making plays. I was like, I idolized these players my whole life. All of a sudden, I can do what they can do as good or better, right? I think the players that have had careers much more than me much longer than me didn't get out at quite the pace that I did. They had to scrap. They didn't get drafted, maybe, or maybe they had to scrap to make a roster. They had to beat out like 5 guys at the wide receiver position, and nobody gave them a chance or thought that they could do it. Like, they only saw the field on kickoff for like 2 years before they ever smelled the offensive side of the ball or the defensive side of the ball. Like, CJ Stroud had a really good rookie year, and there's some complacency that can sneak in to your process, your off-season process, your in-season process, your late-night studying, whatever it is, whatever your process is. You can be like, you know what? I'm good enough. And the truth is, you're not. And even if you are, that doesn't carry over into next year. So, word of advice to anybody, not just CJ, like, it doesn't carry over into next year. You got to earn it every year. Don't let a little bit of success fool you. I think that's the main thing that he's overcoming right now.
Makes a lot of sense. And as he's overcoming those things, looking into the next year, Tyler, what do you think? They got a very quality backup. I mean, looking around the leagues in terms of the qualities of backups, I think they've seen, in terms of like seeing him play, they've seen him out there. He's shown. Do you think there'll be a shorter? There'll probably be a short term, but do you think there'll be any way that you can quantify the leash that CJ Stroud would be on, especially considering that they have somebody that they've shown they're willing to play and are comfortable playing?
They'd have to lose because of his play. Like, that's the only way I see him getting benched. Like, if he is completely negatively impacting the team, like throwing interceptions, missing open guys, holding the ball too long, escaping from the pocket when it's really clean, like the offense isn't moving the ball with him leading it, and like they're losing games because of that, then they'll probably bench him. But like, I don't like the thing with CJ Stroud, it was like the same thing coming out of college, is like his baseline, you are getting like a truest quarterback who's just going to be able to like operate your offense. It's when he has to like do that next step of like be the offense is where you've always wanted him to like show you that thing of like where like you see like the Josh Allen, the Joe Burrow, the Pat Mahomes, like those guys where they can be the offense. So like that's where I think he could definitely grow in terms of a player, but like that's like ridiculously hard.
Yeah.
But again, at like his base, like if they can fix some of that offensive line, get a running back that isn't hurt after the first quarter every game, and Nick Chubb, get him a weapon outside of Nico Collins, but he also has just been not like that whole offense has been healthy. So I think the Texans offense just needs some like juice. He can be the one to like be the quarterback. He's done it. Like he can do it.
Yeah.
But I think their problems are also just beyond CJ's. Like they have like that again. Willie Marks and Nick Chubb isn't like a elite backfield, so it's hard to
not anymore. Anymore.
Yeah.
Wish.
Amen.
Yeah.
Boy, Sato's at the heart of the Chubb arrival for sure.
Nick Chubb was an unstoppable train.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, no doubt. And even like they tried him, they used him a bunch this year. So it shows that he has that quality for teams to even keep taking him. So we'll see how that shifts and moves. CJ Stroud's got a year ahead of him. Shifting into this next topic, this one, we will be talking about not everybody's best friend. Sorry, let me close some tabs. Sorry, I'm just trying to lag. I'm gonna close some tabs real quick. Okay. Back into it, I think. Yep. Okay. Talking about not everybody's favorite peoples. There has been some news surrounding the refs coming out today. The NFL is considering allowing replay officials. I think that's that is a key here. Replay officials to be allowed to throw flags for non-football acts during the game. And then a later one by Adam Schefter said they are discussing allowing replay officials to throw flags for specific penalties. So it's not like they'll be able to throw flags for anything. There'll probably be a specific set of rules that they can throw for. I'm thinking maybe if there's like some cheap shots on the side of the ball. Curious to any immediate reactions here. I know I didn't prep you guys on this one just yet, but immediate reactions to replay officials being allowed to throw flags on certain calls. I'm sure a big factor would be the specificity of the calls they're allowed to throw on, but it looks like the official crew is going to be given some new rights and the way they can affect the game. Tyler, how you feel about this one as an initial response?
It fully depends on what it is, but at the same time, like I think it's dumb, honestly. Like I don't I don't like more officiating. I don't think anybody should want more officiating just because it's been like pretty subpar recently, and it's just like inconsistency of calls and what they're calling. I don't think this is going to help that. That'll just make it worse. Because it's all subjective. Like 90% of penalties are subjective, so it's like adding more people to it just makes it worse. It doesn't actually help the problem.
Yeah, it sounds like, to your point, it sounds like it's gonna need to be like on calls that are so blatantly obvious or nothing didn't happen. I think like looking at it with the camera, like you don't want to like be able to like throw a live flag for something like, I don't know, holding or pass interference, maybe because something like that kind of happens on every play, maybe. So don't want to get too in the weeds, so we're not playing the game anymore. So I'm assuming that it would be something on a larger scale. But Seth, in initial reactions to replay officials being allowed to throw flags. I know they're allowed to adjust some calls, but this is a little bit different. They're allowed to throw a flag on the play this time around. How are you feeling about this potential rule change for them?
Yeah, without having read the article and based on what you're saying, it seems like it would be flags for unsportsmanlike penalties.
Right.
Like, for instance, 2 years ago, they, for one season, brought in the ability for game day officials to retroactively call pass interference based on a replay, which they did away with because it just didn't work. So like it's not gonna be calls like that where it's like gameplay stuff. I think the intent behind this is to offload some stress off of the game day officials. Well, just for everybody's reference, I think when we refer to replay officials, we're talking about people in the stadium booths and in the New York City office building that are responsible for all replay stuff. So this is people literally just looking at tape, like live tape and live replay. The job of an on-field official is notoriously difficult. We don't like any of them, right? Like we're saying none of them are good enough. So if we're taking steps toward offloading some things off their plate, then potentially it's a good thing. Like if we're not going to ask the on-field officials to catch the guy who threw the first punch or the second punch, and we can like handle that with the officials in the booth, that's potentially just like a mental burden that's off their plate, even if it doesn't really even amount to much. And I think it's probably just also impulsive and reactionary to the fact that like we see the on-field officials throw an unsportsmanlike penalty for the second guy because they always catch the second guy and not the first guy, and that affects the game. That affects the ball being, the offense getting a new set of downs. Or I think in this situation they allow the replay officials to reverse it if they're like, hey, this is an obvious situation where the on-field official caught the second guy, didn't see the first punch. We need to penalize both teams. These are offsetting penalties, and we're not going to give the offense a new set of downs or take away the first down that they did get. You know what I mean? Like, if that's the case, I think it's a positive, and that's where I think this would go.
Yeah.
Like, we don't want officials to negatively affect the game. And I think in this case, giving them the power to like overrule a missed action by the on-field official is probably a positive thing.
Agreed. That's
my fresh take.
No, yeah, I agree with that. Take offloading like some of their responsibilities so they can just concentrate on eyes and ears on what's happening in front of them. Don't have to worry about after the play. That's somebody else's responsibility at the end of the day. I think that's a great take about it, and I appreciate the clarification of the replay officials being both in the booth and in New York. So again, to the point of Tyler and I saying earlier, don't want to over officiate the game as well. Next topic, we're doing the news today. Bradley Bozeman has officially, I'm going to wait until my thing stops freezing. Jeez. Okay. Bradley Bozeman of the Chargers has announced his retirement. We don't have to spend too much time on this. Just going to shout out the guy. Not too many topics to talk about going to the offseason. So we are going to give Bradley Bozeman his flowers. He was a sixth round pick to Baltimore. He has played for the Baltimore and the Chargers during his time in the league. Shout out him, wishing him a great retirement. Seth, any interactions with Bradley Bozeman in your career? The answer can be no.
No, I'm looking him up now. Drafted in 2018. Had a good career. Congrats to the guy on a job well done.
Absolutely. Any kind words to the man, Tyler?
Played for some fun teams, the Ravens and the Chargers. Like, that's sweet.
Absolutely, yeah, I know.
You gotta play with the hardball, then you gotta.
Oh my god, I know. I gotta admit it. There's a third team in there that I forgot about
Panthers.
too. But thank you, Tyler.
Yeah.
But yeah, shout out to the guy, Bradley Bozeman. Good luck on your retirement. I think things gonna be eating a lot of food. I don't know. He strikes me as the hunting type, but Roanoke, Alabama. He strikes me. He's gonna be doing some fun outdoor things. Moving on to the next one. Got to check in with our birds right now. This is a standing check-in for us, I should say. Right now, people are just want us to trade AJ Brown. That's all I'm hearing. Every writer is like, no matter how much the Eagles will say, we're not really trying to do it. I mean, if a team wants to throw us an insane amount of first-round picks, I guess, but we're not doing it. Everybody wants us to do it. I guess there's nothing else to write about. Tyler, I'm kicking it right to you.
We talked about this today. Nick Sirianni's comment actually drove me insane. Like, that actually made me so angry. Like, and this is like just I don't know why. Again, I'm just the same example. I don't know why NFL head coaches feel like they're under oath when they're in a press conference. Like, you can just say what the fans want to hear and just move on so that we don't have to talk about it ever again. Like, he could be like, hey, is AJ Brown gonna be on the team? Yes, I want AJ Brown on the football team. And it's over. It's over. It's done with. But no, he's like, well, we think it's a revolver up. It's like, shut up, Nick. Like, stop.
Goodness.
Just say you want him back on
the team. What did he say?
Exactly say?
I can pull it. 1 second.
Nick Sirianni can't guarantee AJ Brown will be back with the Eagles.
He's like, yeah.
That's the headline.
Yeah, my expectation he wants to be here, and obviously we want good players like that in our building. To also add to that, so he's not being very non-committal to the team.
Yeah, it's tough to do media this time of year, which like they do all week this week at the combine, and like try to have an honest conversation without obviously saying nothing. Like, they're probably trying, like, publicly to be like, hey, I'm an interesting person, and so, like, I actually speak real things. But Tyler's right. Like, you really don't have to do that.
Absolutely. Speaking of
at the same time, you want to develop a market for a player if you really do want to get rid of him. You know what I mean? But saying that you're thinking about trading him is probably actually driving his price down. So
Yeah.
I don't know. You want somebody to come in and be like, I know you don't want to leave, like part ways with AJ Brown, but here's an offer you can't refuse. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like,
Absolutely.
yeah, I don't know. It's tough to be a coach and do or a GM and do media right now, but they're all doing it. So
They
you
are
have to-
for combine kicking off. Go ahead, Ty.
My issue with all the Eagles players and coaches is like what's gonna go happen back at home in the local media, and you just like I guarantee WIP today was a
I'm about
10
to
hour
say W.
It's fine. It's just like it's
Nick!
yeah, that's what I mean. Like if you want that to stop, just be like, yeah, we're not. We want AJ back. Just keep saying we want AJ back, and then just keep saying it until you're done saying it.
Yeah, I want to give it AJ. I want AJ to have some peace this offseason too. Like I don't know.
Well, he's doing it too.
He does, and that was my issue in the season. He would play into a bit, but I think he does that. I think there are some issues in the building that he doesn't like, and I think that's when he kind of speaks up. Also, we're talking about combine interviews. Jesse Mitchell, I saw his interview today. He seems like an amazing guy. I'm rooting for him. I don't know
He's
his
our
X's and O's. Yeah, I don't know what his X's and O's are like, but I'm rooting for that guy through and through.
Defense.
What'd you say?
he's supposedly the defensive Sean McVay.
Yeah, he's an elite defense guy.
Mm.
He was the DC at Michigan when they won the national championship.
Gotcha. So was he getting the? He wasn't getting the. They weren't giving him the signs?
That's Connor Stallions.
Oh, okay, good. I was
That
about to
guy,
say
we should get that guy on the pod. That's an interesting fellow.
But he wasn't getting the signs from Connor? He wasn't.
It was the. I think it was the other way around. I don't know. No, I don't think it was actually.
We don't have to go into this.
It's college.
But
it's like
Connor Stallions was a fan, right? Like a fan very.
Yeah, he was a super fan.
And then he was like, "Hey, I have this," and they're like, "Hey, we can use this guy."
Yeah, he was just a super fan and was like, "Hey, look, I can help you cheat."
And then John's all smiley. He walked right.
I mean,
it's not... and then Buddy behind him, he really flushed it down the toilet for him. So he is scot free from those ones. But yeah, Eagles. I think we can leave off this one by saying hopefully people leave this AJ Brown thing alone.
Oh,
yeah, please.
Lane Johnson back. That's huge.
Yeah. Huge news. Lane back. We haven't heard back from Brandon yet. Sorry, I keep talking. What'd you say? What was the last thing you said?
We haven't talked since Stoutland left. He's gone.
Yes, Stout's back. It looks like the Packers we're bringing in. I mean, Stout's gone. Looks like we're bringing in some Packers. Sorry, no. Lane back, Stout gone. It looks like we're gonna bring in some of the Packers coaching staff. I don't know. The tight ends guy was the running game coordinator, but did we hire the offensive line from
we hired the guy from the Vikings?
Right. Yes.
But the thing with the Vikings is like apparently he hasn't been like coaching a very good unit, so like they don't really know if he's a good coach or not because like the unit itself, like they haven't really invested highly outside of Sean Slater, and he's been really good. So it's like, but also it's like line coach, like.
I hate letting coaches good coaches.
I'm like, I don't know, but like sounds like Stoutland just wanted more, just wasn't willing to. I don't want to say be a team player, but be a team player. He wanted his ideas his way, which he could get somewhere, but like.
I think he was protecting his resume.
Yeah.
He was the coordinator of the run game and no longer in control of the run game, apparently, and didn't want to take responsibility for a unit that was no longer under his control. So he left. That's really what I think is like, hey, listen, I'm a good coach. I know I'm a good coach. I'm not going to accept the responsibility because of a title that I have when you guys aren't realistically giving me the control that this title deserves. And I'm going to go somewhere else so that the 2025 Eagles run game isn't a part of my resume because this wasn't my doing. That's what it seems like to me.
No, that makes
somewhere else
complete sense, and it lines up. What you said lines up with some reporting that I saw as well, Seth. So that makes perfect sense. Has he landed somewhere? I haven't heard.
I don't think he has, but.
Yeah. Somebody in somebody in our division will probably pick him up. We will go. We are into the. Oh wait, let's do a. What you got there, Tyler? And then I'm passing it right over to you once
he left was because it was more of a collaborative as entire group in the run game as opposed to run pod and pass pod. But he was like, I want to run particular things on like his own terms, and basically just wasn't a really doesn't sound like a very collaborative environment.
Maybe the Bills will take him as their O-line coach, and he can teach the Bills how to run the tush push.
I mean, they banned it. They wanted to ban it, and then they ran it.
Oh my gosh. I could go on a rant about Sean McDermott. I hate that dude.
Yeah, well, they're using it more than anybody, right? They might as well bring in the guy who knows how to do it.
I don't know. The Bills owner didn't like him too much at the end of that either, I guess. So.
But Sean McDermott wanted banned because it could injure people. He said, the injury risk is so high. But then he's got Josh Allen doing it 7 times a game. Like, oh my, get out of here, dude.
I promise you, here's my theory on that, and where we're going. This is time for theories with the offseason. I have a theory that if the Ravens owner did not do a press conference and didn't fire their coach right when they did it and didn't look really cool in his press conference, Sean McDermott would still have his job today. I promise you. That is like that owner was on his TV. He was like, "Wow, this owner, look at that Ravens owner. He looks good up there." Like, you know what? Our coach too hasn't been performing that well in the playoffs. You know what? Get Sean up here. Actually, let's trade this. I'm skipping steps, but
You're saying he wanted a press conference. You're saying the Bills owner wanted a press conference so he could look as cool as the Ravens owner.
I kind of like that.
I'm thinking that was the boiling point. I'm thinking like before he had some of the building were like, hey, we can move on to Brady. Like we've been waiting for this. Let's do it. The other part of the building was like, no, let's stick with Sean. And then I think he was thinking through it and he's like, wait, Ravens owner got to do this press conference. That's what we're doing this year. Get Sean up here.
That press conference was good for the Ravens brand and the Ravens owner's brand.
And then the Bills was not. The Bills was not. Tyler, draft check-in. We're going to keep this one a little broad moving into it, but Combine, the players are filling into the great city of Indianapolis. If you're a fan of the college basketball commercial, they're in Indianapolis. They are getting it going. They are running some sprints, dodging some cones, catching footballs. I don't think that we're in the talking stages of this one still. But as they're getting ready to take the field this week, Tyler, who you got your eyes on?
So there's a couple storylines which I think are going to probably dominate some talk. One is who's going to be RB2 in this class, because it's kind of wide open.
Mm-hmm.
RB1's obviously Jeremiah Love, who's probably top 3 player in this class. So that's like locked up. Like there's nobody close to him. And with the rising value in running backs right now, because explosive run plays are all the rage, because explosive pass plays are down, like teams wanting to find their guy. It's going to be interesting to watch.
Is he cool with catching the ball too?
Jeremiah Love?
Yeah.
He's literally incredible. Yeah, he's so good.
We can't.
But his like main thing is the fact that like he could really just like 2nd and 5, like you run inside zone, he's gone, touchdown, like in 2 seconds. It's actually ridiculous. You should watch the USC game. That was the craziest thing I've ever seen.
That is the game I watched. That is the one game I watched of him this year.
Oh, actually, so you saw him second play of the game, 65. Yeah, that's Jeremiah Love. Yeah, that's the thing. Tight end 2 is also super interesting. Just the tight end group overall, because there's some people who are like me. I'm super high on Kenyon Sadiq. I think he's a once in a draft class like athlete at tight end. Like they don't come along looking like him very often.
Yeah.
But like behind him, just a bunch of guys that are like really solid players. And then there's like guys who I like a lot, like Oscar Delp from Georgia, who has a chance to run the fastest 40 ever for a tight end, and he weighs 245 pounds. So like, then he's 6'5". Didn't really produce at Georgia, but like,
what's he gonna run? What time?
I've been seeing some people. The draft website I use, they estimate him at 4.5, which I think he could probably go lower.
It's fast. I think he'd have to run like 4.44 to be the fastest tight end ever. But Vernon Davis ran 4.44, I believe.
So he's in that like range of speed, which is nuts.
No, 4.5 is fast. Don't get me wrong, it's faster than me. So it's freaking fast.
Oh, go ahead, Tycho. You keep going.
No, you're good.
So I think we'll rock out with we'll send Seth some Jeremiah Love tape and some Kenyon Sadiq we'll do a deeper dive into those fun players and next week. But also I must say, and Seth, quickly correct me if I was wrong, but I don't believe you were at the combine, but you do know your way around these tests rather well. So I think we will definitely be plugging into those, because I know you're one of the greatest in the nation when it comes to these tests. So we'll be tapping into that.
I can coach up these tests, that's for sure. And I did not go to the combine. I did have a pro day, do the same tests in a different environment. But
at the end of the pro day, they said, "Why wasn't this guy at the combine?"
Yeah, and there's answers to that actually. I mean, while the combine was going on, I was in a boot. I had surgery, and my pro day got pushed back all the way to the second week of April in 2016. And it was communicated to scouts. It was like, hey, the Princeton Pro Day is going to be at this time because this kid's coming off of foot surgery, season-ending foot surgery. I had the surgery in December because Ivy League football ends on Thanksgiving. So I had like a month in advance on season-ending surgery for other college football players, which definitely worked in my favor.
Yeah, that's huge.
And I wasn't, really quite ready to go in the second week of April, but it was kind of then or never, and we made it happen. We can talk about that one time.
No, absolutely, Seth. Huge deal for the school, especially when you got a guy can get the scouts on the campus. That's big for everybody there. So that's very big, a big time of year for a lot of students, a lot of schools. Or we'll keep checking in there. Like Tyler said, we got our off-season guy here, so he'll be definitely keeping an eye on there where I can't. Pick 6 is next up. All right, new series. I'll be explaining this for you guys and also some of us on the panel maybe. Pick 6. This is a series where we be picking 6 things based off of categories. There's 3 of us. We'll each pick 2 of them. It could be coaches we hate. It could be our favorite plays. It could be our favorite players. Today, it will be some of our favorite nicknames from around the league. So Pick 6 will be around here. We'll be coming to you every week. Gotta fill up this offseason somehow, some way. I'll actually usually I'm a little selfless with these things, but I'll take the first one. This one isn't the coolest of nicknames, but I do have a story for this one that was very, very nice. So a player by the name of Torrey Holt. His nickname, not huge. Torrey Big Game Holt, nothing crazy there. But the reason why I picked him was this was the first player that I've seen with my 2 eyes where I was grown enough to realize that there's some people that are just far superior at what they do than the others around them. Torrey Holt literally looked like he was twice as fast as everybody out there. Looked like he was playing a different sport. Also, this was a timing thing for me. I was also just coming to where I could be oh, that's an athlete. They're doing something better. Just a big moment for me where I looked at my dad. I was like, why is that guy running way faster than everybody? Why can't nobody tackle him? He told me that's Torrey Big Game Holt, and that was the reason. So had to throw that one in. Big sports memory for me. So I had to throw that guy in there. Tyler, we'll kick it your way for your first one.
That was a deep cut, man.
Torrey Holt, that's my guy.
That was
Madden. I would throw to him every time.
Track song you just picked. That was crazy.
I'm a Torrey Holt fan. It's very, very, very deep cut.
Okay, so mine's definitely mainstream. To me, this is the nickname. I don't know if there's only a few other nicknames I can think of that embody the player more. I'm going with the Honey Badger, Tyrann
Yes.
Mathieu.
That's
Like
huge.
he fully embodies that nickname. That is him. There's one of his old teammates. I've listened to his podcast recently. He talks about how he was just like crazy, like he was a lunatic on the field. Like he was everywhere. In practice, he was hitting people if he wasn't supposed to. Like he is the Honey Badger.
His LSU stories are crazy.
Yeah.
Do we know exactly how he got the name?
I forget. I don't know. Do you know?
I don't know. I could make some guesses, but I don't know the
I've heard in podcasts like people talk about mainly his LSU days, and there is a story there, and also he was able to rock like the special number they got. There's some stories that stem from there, and the Badger name is like I have that name so like tied to him that when I like think about like what college he went to, I'm always like he went to Wisconsin, but like no, he went to LSU. His name is just it's like that's how close the name tied to him.
I mean, a badger is definitely like a bayou animal, and I'm wondering if it's honey because of his hair at the time.
Oh,
and I'm also wondering if it's because of the way he hit people. Because don't badgers like slap like the water with their tails or that? I don't know. I don't know.
I think it definitely has something to do with his like energetic and the way
it has to be. He just mauls people. It's crazy.
I might ask this question for every player. Seth, any interactions with the Honey Badger on and off field that you'd like to share?
Man, at some point I'll answer in the affirmative, but no. I have been like in the same room as Tyrann Mathieu, but I don't have any significant interactions to speak of. No.
All good.
Been on the same field as him. And he's a very, very good player, but I can't say we went mano-a-mano at any point in time. So,
damn,
very, very, very fair. He knew to stay away.
He didn't want this 250-pound smoke.
Absolutely, absolutely. There actually is a video of Teller from the Browns chucking him, and he was laughing about it.
Oh yeah.
But I'll let you, Seth. I'll let you go next. You got one for us?
I do. I got a deep cut.
Let's go. I love it.
This is like, what is this? Like 2016 Browns deep cut. Justin, you might know who this is just because you're my brother-in-law. Tyler, you might know who this is because you just know who everybody is. The nickname I'm going to throw out there is Clipboard Jesus. Does anybody know who Clipboard Jesus is?
You've told me this nickname, and is it the quarterback? It's not the quarterback, right?
It is a quarterback.
Is he the one that played for the Cardinals? Is it Skelton or?
That's not who it is. This quarterback.
Cody Kessler.
It's not Cody Kessler.
Damn it.
This quarterback played at Clemson University. He's a little bit older than me.
Taj Boyd.
His name is Charlie Whitehurst.
Oh, that's it.
Oh.
Charlie Whitehurst was a great college quarterback, a journeyman NFL quarterback. Justin, probably for our many, many passionate viewers, you should just like throw up a screenshot.
You got it.
Of Charlie Whitehurst's picture right here in the post edit. And he got his nickname because of his journeyman status combined with his luscious locks of hair. He was the quarterback that primarily held the clipboard on the sidelines, and he also looks like Jesus. So he belovedly got the name Clipboard Jesus, and Clipboard Jesus started one game for us in 2016. I'm blanking on the opponent, but we basically signed him off the street because we like broke the NFL record in 2016 for sacks allowed, and we had like 4 quarterbacks on IR by like week 6 because they were just getting absolutely demolished in the backfield. Here I am picking on my own teams, but that was the truth. Yeah, yeah, that's not even what I was picturing, but that's a great one. I love that. There's a lot of good Jesus lookalikes with Charlie Whitehurst.
I can't believe he played
anyways,
for
anyways, we trotted this guy out on the field with like 5 days of practice, 5 days of being in the building, and we were like, we got no shot. And lo and behold, Clipboard Jesus starts spinning the ball around the yard.
Yes, sir.
And we're like, no kidding. We might have. Yes, that's the one. That's the one, Justin. That's it.
I had to save myself some editing.
That is the one right there. That's the one I was thinking of. Lo and behold, Clipboard Jesus goes out for the first quarter. He's spinning the ball around the yard, giving us a little spark we hadn't had in a while, like just like an arm aptitude of like making the throws that we hadn't seen that year yet. We were like, no kidding. We might have something here. I'm not even sure he made it through the game, you guys. I think he had the same fate as the rest of our quarterbacks that year. Unfortunately, I shouldn't be laughing about it, but it is actually quite funny.
Tough.
But yeah, that's my deep cut nickname.
That was good.
That's Seth. That was a really good one. And Seth, when I was alluding to explaining it to some of the panelists, Seth was the panelist I was alluding to, and he got it. Seth, you're killing the game, so I picked up on it very quick. This is my second one. This might be my last one. Maybe I'll share one more. But LaShawn Shady McCoy. This one, I literally was just calling him Shady, honestly. Like Shady McCoy, Shady, like rarely referred to him by his government, LaShawn. But honestly, like one of the greatest players I got to watch. Entertainment value. He didn't get the ring with us, but he got it. I think he got it twice over after leaving us. I think he snuck one in there with the Tom Brady Bucks at the end. But yeah, Shady McCoy, that Lions game. That Lions game running in the snow, Bills games, plenty of Bills games in the snow. Defenders did not want to see him when it was a snow game. So Sean Shady McCoy, it's just very cool sounding. I think it's the only like positive connotation to somebody that you can call Shady for sure. So I'm rocking with that as my second.
Giving him crazy work.
Crazy work.
Crazy work.
That indeed he was for sure. Tyler, any Shady McCoy memories, or you can kick us off with your second one?
The Lions game is definitely like, I think every kid that's grew up around our age, Justin, has a vivid memory of watching LaShawn McCoy in that game.
In the snow?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like that is genuinely the craziest thing I've ever seen. We also they panned the camera in my grandparents' tickets. Their seats were on the TV. So like we printed them out a picture of like them covered in snow,
so cool.
Like their winter coats on and everything. So like that game is also like etched into like my family's like family lore. So like I remember it 2 times now, but no, you're right. Like it wasn't LaShawn McCoy, it was Shady. And like if you said Shady in Philadelphia, everyone knew what you're talking about. You're talking about LaShawn McCoy. And that's pretty crazy that you can just take a whole word and that's just you.
It's so dope.
My memory of that game is like knowing who LaShawn McCoy is and how like you're supposed to hold the ball high and tight with 5 points of contact. But Shady has it like out here with like he has it out here with like 2 points of contact. And I'm like, surely today LaShawn McCoy, who is affectionately known as Shady, will hold the ball high and tight. No, he was out here giving him crazy work with 2 points of contact in the snow. I was like, all right. You're that guy then. I guess the defenders were more concerned about getting that crazy work with no footing in the snow and less worried about poking the ball out because he gave him crazy work in the snow with 2 points of contact.
Indeed. Funny enough, you know what's funny? I was rushing home from a Jets Raiders game. A family friend gave us tickets, so we were rushing home that day to catch the kickoff. But Tyler, your next one.
So I could go with a classic here or like my absolute favorite nickname. And I think I'm going to go with my favorite nickname. I'm going with Legatron, Greg Zuerlein. The fact that
that's great.
Name is so elite, and it's a play on obviously Megatron, and it just rocks, and it's so much better than Megatron. Legatron, Greg Zuerlein, the GOAT, not the GOAT, but I mean, guy rocks.
AKA Greg the Leg.
Yeah, that's what I mean. This guy's just got nicknames out there.
Nicknames galore. That's huge.
Yeah,
No, yeah.
Legatron's so sick. Love it.
I know him best for his days with the Rams. I think he was unfortunately a Cowboy at one point, but
he was also on the
Greg
Seahawks.
Zuerlein, dog.
Yeah. I think he was also on the Jets.
Yep, I remember that one too. I picture that jersey.
Didn't he make like a ridiculous? He's bald now. Damn.
Kicking will do it to you, man. I'd be bald too if I was kicking. F that. Oh my god.
He was in the Seahawks. Yeah, I'm thinking Stephen House.
Tyler Loop. Tyler Loop, you're still in our thoughts and prayers. We love you.
Dude, when they signed Tyler Loop, they're like, we're bringing him in here for big moments. We're bringing in Tyler Loop for big moments. Never had play. Never
rookie,
kicked
man.
one for
He'll
big
be
moment.
back.
Finally gets his big moments. Misses. So funny.
Not funny. It's sad. Seth, we'll kick us off with your second nickname. I think this will be our last, but we'll see.
All right. I'm going to stay on brand here with my affinity for my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, and I'm going to go with Purple Jesus.
Ooh, I don't even know who this one is.
Purple Jesus is supposedly Adrian Peterson.
Oh, that makes sense.
The GOAT himself, the running back GOAT himself, at least of the modern era. Affectionately known as Purple Jesus. I figured I'd just, try to find all the Jesus nicknames that I could. And I don't really have quite as thrilling a story behind this one, but I think for as many memories as I have as LaShawn McCoy, I have just as many, if not more, amazing memories of watching Purple Jesus tote the rock down the field, being stronger and faster than just about everybody on the field, and also coming back from ACL surgery in 6 months.
Yeah.
Enter PDE suspicions, but that's neither here nor there.
Especially LeBron's thing.
Yeah, he's also probably just like LeBron gifted genetically. Just my guess.
Yeah.
Those guys have always been a little bit different and just better than everybody else. So Purple Jesus is my last nickname.
Absolutely. No, he was very incredible. So incredible as a scout that Ed Ogeron in his USC days was trying to get his father, who was at the time incarcerated, transferred into a California prison so he could see his games, because that was the only way AP would go to a school. He wanted to go to a school where his dad could watch the game. So that's a little lore. And while we're praying for Tyler Loop, let's pray for AP too. He's going through it these days. So that was our one. We're gonna rock with some honorable mentions. Tyler, I know you got a few, but I'll throw one in there. Seth was throwing some Browns that played with Seth. We'll roll out the red carpet for Hollywood Higgins. Another training camp legend that I love to watch. That has some negative connotations. Sorry, Hollywood Higgins. You were fantastic on the field, whether it was in game or in training camp. But Hollywood Higgins, a player I like to see, so I'll throw that one. That was a cool nickname for him. Also, a lot of people have it too, though. But Tyler, let's hear the honorable mentions. You can close this episode off with those.
So I'll start off with Kirk Cousins. Love that one. That was one.
That's a really good one.
Yeah. Darius Big Play Slay.
Oh, absolutely.
It's a really good nickname.
Ja'Cory Krosky Merritt. His nickname is Bill. Everyone calls him
so
Bill.
Funny. That's actually really funny.
Joe Shiesty for Joe Burrow.
That's a
Broadway
good
Joe Namath, just because it's a Chance the Rapper song. Danger Russ.
Yes, he's still dangerous.
That's self-proclaimed, isn't it?
That one kills me. That one's
Isn't
awesome.
that Russell's nickname for himself?
Okay.
Yes.
Or it's his Instagram handle or something, right?
Yeah.
He said it at a press conference. People did call him that after. It did stick. But yes,
I always get the Subway sandwich called Dangerous.
I
love that guy.
I don't know what Sierra sees, man. I don't know what she sees. That guy. Never mind.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, Danger Russ. I think his playing status is still in the loom. He was he's walking all this stuff. He was at the Grammys doing all the things. But yeah, that was the pick 6 of this week, picking out the favorite nicknames. Did you have another one, Tyler?
Just you forgot one of the most important ones in Philadelphia history.
Go for it.
BDN.
Yes. Absolutely. That
Mr.
Is,
Foles. Mr. Nick Foles.
That is a big one. Absolutely.
Oh, got it. I'm with you. What about another? Oh wait, never mind. Scratch that.
No, if you remember it, please bring it up. Do not keep it.
I need to do more research.
No worries at all. I am just going to give a little preview. I almost said prequel. That is not the word. That is not the English word I'm looking for. Preview into next week. Congratulations to everybody, because we will be your GM this offseason. We will be going through all 32 NFL teams, figuring out how to fix them, what they need to do this offseason. And to kick it off, drum roll. I actually do have a drum roll sound on here, actually. Drum roll. We will be starting with the Tennessee Titans, the fabulous Tennessee Titans. I know they are going through it. You guys have, I believe you guys now have a quarterback. Not everybody believes you now have a quarterback, but to be seen, we will be building this team around Cam Ward and the Tennessee Titans. They have hired, I call him Mike Vrabel's cousin. I don't know if there's any lineage down there, but Mike Saleh. So they have signed Robert Saleh as their coach. He is coming into a team with a 3-14 record. They have been kind of this rinse and repeat team, drafting a quarterback. We love him. He's playing bad as a rookie. Throw him out. Draft another quarterback. We love him. He's playing bad. Throw him out. To now, we are with Cam Ward. So let's see if they can really build a team around him this time. They have also brought in the mind of Brian Dable to run their offense. So let's see if Brian Dable will be able to cook the offense. Maybe he'll be also rushing the doctors doing their work down there as well. Let's see how it works. But next week we'll be taking the Tennessee Titans on the offseason journey through the draft, through free agency, making trades, maybe signing players, drafting your first round pick, maybe the second round pick as well. We have Tyler here, so we might make it to the 5th round pick as well.
They can make the 7th.
We'll see. I know. I really believe it. I really
7-round mock draft.
I do it every year.
Seth, don't say it too loud. Don't say it too loud. We'll be here operating.
Trades included.
Yeah.
Seth, yes. It will be included. It will all be there.
The Titans' 3rd round pick is executed with a trade with the New York Jets, and they're going to select this obscure running back out of Nowheresville.
It really can all happen with this man at our disposal.
That's great.
That'll be next week.
To you, man. Good for you.
No doubt. I'm so happy we now have an outlet for those drafts and stuff. But yeah, we also have to figure out what we'll be doing draft day. But yeah, we'll be kind of tearing it up. Less exciting teams. It could have been the Cardinals, but we're going to start it off more exciting with the Titans, and then work our way up to the better teams as we go along the offseason. Anything else to get off our hearts and minds and souls before we go?
Malik Benson, sub 4.25.
Let it be. Yes, Lord. I would love to see that.
That would be amazing.
How about one last Eagles legend?
Yes.
R.I.P. The late, great Minister of Defense.
Reggie White.
Great NFL nickname.
Absolutely. One of the greatest to ever do it. And I leave you guys here. It was a great week. We talked a lot about so many fun things in the league. It has been a rather hard week in other areas. So I will end this episode here with just a simple message, not going too deep in it. You are loved. If you don't feel it, somebody does. If you don't know somebody who does, I have many routes. I have YouTube, Instagram. There is somebody out there that loves you. Please find them. Please do not stop searching for them. If I need to be that person, I will. Hope you guys have an excellent, amazing week. Remember to like, comment, subscribe. Tell somebody that you love them. Thank you for watching. Peace.